They ask me, bro, why you be snapping like that, like that.
I gotta make it, man. I gotta make it rich, yeah.
Here we go. Huh. They want me to read all this? A fatal accident occurred. Reports say that. Oh, we already. Okay, so this is all the newspapers. This is all the newspapers. I already don't like the scenery. Okay, yeah, this is all the stuff we already read. I did something to speak. Oh wait,
While
no.
sifting through some old boxes, you found an interesting set of documents that revealed the truth about your past. Your grandparents were involved in an accident that killed your grandfather and your infant brother. It wasn't your grandmother's fault entirely, but your parents couldn't help but put the blame on her. With no family or friends left, living a hopeless and bleak existence, your grandmother decided to murder them. With your parents out of the way, she could raise you all by herself. Her desire was selfish and evil. That was all you needed. A way to justify her death. A way to break the burden of taking care of her.
Who dog is barking outside my window? It's not the time. I ain't got time for the scary stuff.
Just in case you've forgotten.
I wasn't even paying attention. I'm scared somebody dog just like literally barking right here. I took like a 4-hour nap when I got home from school. Probably gonna be up for a while. Hey, that's how I be. Just gonna be up. Can't even go back to sleep. You close that door quick. I can't take no chances. I'm over here trying to read the letters. I can't have nobody pulling up behind me, you feel me? Reading voice. A fatal accident that occurred last weekend is currently being investigated. Reports say that an elderly couple, along with their infant grandson, were driving along an interstate highway. When the driver lost control, the vehicle swerved off the road and crashed into a tree. The driver, a retired elderly man by the name of Frank Young, was killed in the accident along with his infant grandson, Kevin Young. The only survivor of the crash, Margaret Young, is in stable condition. Hence, we'll check it out. It got 6 minutes before hints start happening. It's gonna be forever. Margaret Young is in stable condition. Rumors suggest that alcohol might have. Yeah, it's all the same letters. I think it's the only one that's new. Let's see. I did something unspeakable. I killed them. I murdered both of them. I didn't know what to do. I had nothing left to live for. I'm so sorry. So that's probably the grandma. And I can't breathe. I think I'm getting sick. Getting sick is the worst thing to ever happen to a person. Like, this shit sucks. Oh, you wanna kick it with a stand-up guy? What the hell? Was that chapter 10? Okay. We'll take it. That was easy. Oh, oh, oh. That sucks, but have you ever taken a nap with your fan on full blast? I do. I used to do that all the time in the summer, and then I used to always get sick after. I'd be like, all right, fuck it. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it no more. What the? Get the knife, get the new radio, get the phone, place the knife on her bed. Replace the old radio. Place the phone on the table outside the door. Wait outside her room. Chapter 10 out of 11. Reading voice. Wait, what was it said what? Get the knife. Get the new radio. Get the phone. Place the knife on her bed. Okay, so that's a room. I can't open my room. Okay, so this is the house again. Nothing better jump out at me. It's trying to. Okay, so get the knife. Can I grab everything at once? Yeah. Hey, so it's everywhere. Your mouth's gonna be like a desert, man. What? Trash. Get the knife. Place the knife on her bed. Replace the old radio. Place the phone on the table outside the door. Place the phone on the table outside the door. Okay, is this the table outside the door? Outside the door. No? Alright, there's the knife. Replace the radio. Put the phone outside the door. We're gonna close the door.
I'm talking to you. Are you listening to me? I know that I might seem suspicious, but for now, I'm going to need you to trust me.
You do sound suspicious.
Are you in pain? Do you want that pain to go away? I can show you a way out, but you're going to have to do exactly what I say. Don't worry, very soon you won't feel any pain at all. You won't have to suffer any longer. The first thing I want you to do is to grab the knife on your bed. You're doing a great job. It's very sharp, so please be careful with it. The next step is to gently press the knife against your stomach. You're doing a wonderful job.
Oh, so that voice, that same voice is telling her to kill herself.
Keep applying more pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh of your stomach. You might feel quite a bit of pain.
Oh.
You're doing a great job. I want you to pull the knife out. Is there a warm, red fluid?
You can't trust that voice.
If so, then you applied enough pressure. I know that this might be painful, but pretty soon it's going to be all over. I want you to repeat the process, except now go a little to the right of the original spot. Keep applying pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh. Now that you've done the process twice, for the third time, go to the left of the original spot. Once again, keep applying pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh. You're doing a great job. Now return to the original spot.
3 times? Oh, he's telling her to go crazy.
This time, don't slowly apply pressure. I want you to press the knife into your stomach as hard as you can. Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Oh.
You're doing a wonderful job. Are you in pain?
Armalux, what's going on, my guy? I haven't seen you in forever.
But don't worry.
Welcome back.
It will all go away soon. This is the last step. Are you ready? All you have
How you
to do
been?
is to repeat the process, except this time. Press the knife against your
The
neck.
knife against your neck?
Whenever you're ready, just quickly thrust the knife into your neck. Then very soon, all the pain will go away.
Oh.
That's it. Let it all go. Pass on into the next world, wherever that might be. Goodbye. I can guarantee you will not be missed.
So she killed herself. So that voice, we can't trust that voice. I knew that voice wasn't.
James, you murdered her. You knew about her delusions. She always talked about the man in the radio, so you decided to become that character. You replaced the old radio and then played an audio file telling her to stab herself repeatedly with a knife. You knew she was delusional and had episodes of schizophrenia. She followed your instructions and eventually bled to death due to her self-inflicted injuries.
I played the tape?
Since all the evidence pointed to a suicide, you weren't charged with anything. You finally got what you
I
wanted.
recorded myself.
You
I'm
were
the bad
finally
voice.
free. You might be wondering how exactly you ended up dead. Well, for the first few months, you lived your life carefree. You actually enjoyed life to some extent, not being tied down by an ill relative. But eventually, that all came crashing down. It started off with brief, horrific, gruesome nightmares. Visions of her stabbing herself endlessly.
That's
blood
why we
gushing
see her
out
all
of
the time.
wounds, flooding your mind with blood-red guilt. Slowly, these nightmares leaked into your daily life. You'd see her out of the corner of your eye, whether you were driving, walking down the street, or at work. Even though you killed her, she never really left.
It'd be your own
She lived in
grandkids.
your mind and haunted you every day until you eventually couldn't fall asleep.
Dang, so I went crazy.
Every time you closed your eyes, even for the briefest of moments, she'd manifest in your subconscious. Eventually, you went to the hospital and you were prescribed sleep medicine, but that only suppressed the issue. Slowly, your body adjusted to the medicine and you needed to increase the dose for the medicine to be effective. This process kept repeating until you were taking multiple times the recommended amount. You were addicted until one night you overdosed on sleep medication.
Oh, man.
Right now, in this moment, your physical body is currently in a hospital bed, hovering between the thin line of life and death. You're still probably wondering why you're here in God's basement. I'll finally tell you who I am and what this place really is.
It's hell.
God's basement is a realm for those who have committed great sin but are still redeemable.
Oh, I still got a chance.
The individuals that arrive in God's basement relive their own versions of hell, allowing them to reflect on their life and watch their slow descent into evil. Their resentment, hate, bitterness, and jealousy accumulate until those emotions manifest themselves through atrocious acts, yours being murder. You were backed into a corner, watching your life
Stationed at
slowly
Fort Bliss
pass
now.
you by.
I've been good. Hey, that's good
All
to hear,
those
man.
opportunities
I'm glad you came back,
sacrificed,
man.
all that
How you liking it out there?
wasted. You became bitter and resentful. Many could sympathize with you. Many might have even done the same. You were hopeless, and it felt like you were inside a living hell. I am called the Operator. I am an entity that manifests in God's basement. I manifest myself in different ways depending on the person.
The Operator.
My job is to guide the person inside God's basement and allow them to
The great
relive their
reveal.
life from a different perspective. In your case, I manifested with many characteristics resembling the man in the radio. Hopefully this explanation cleared everything
It
up.
did.
You're still probably wondering what happens now that you have all your memories. I mentioned earlier that God's basement are for those who are still redeemable. Even though you committed an atrocious sin, you were trapped in a hopeless existence. Also, the person you killed wasn't really your grandmother. She was a shell of her former self. Your grandmother died long ago. Part of you wanted to see her suffering cease. Your crime was both cruel and merciful at the same time.
Merciful. Yeah.
You are going to get a second chance at life. Pretty soon you're going to wake up in a hospital bed out of your drug-induced coma. Learn to live with what you did. The feelings of guilt, paranoia, and pain will never completely go away. James, make the most out of life and be grateful for this second chance. One last thing. Good luck.
Good luck. So what the hell do I gotta do? Oh, I'm about to wake up in the hospital bed. Is this the end? I think so. I just revealed the plot. Let's see what happens. Somebody about to jump scare the hell out of me. I'm just staring at the roof right now. I'm coming out of a coma? What? Dang, so he was paranoid. So it was it'd be your own grandkids, like you said. He made a tape to where she listened to the tape, told her to stab herself in the stomach, then slice her neck. Golly. This man crazy. Oh, that's it? So I get a second chance at life. This story was different. I like this one. Right, I got a good message, like low key. I was just about to say, I like that ending. This was solid. This was solid, actually. Yeah, this was cool. Thank you for playing. Thanks. So we really could have finished it yesterday, low key. This was solid. Okay. Thanks for letting me play. YouTube, thanks for watching. Hopefully you like this game. This is a great message in the game. This is like the first time there's actually a solid message in a video game that I can remember. I don't remember the last time I even had a solid message like this. Wow, I recommend it. Y'all play this game. If you want to play it still after watching me play this, go out and play it. Hello, I'm the developer of Guys Basement. You reached the end, and I want to say thank you for playing through the whole game. I'm still pretty new to creating video games, so I hope the experience was bearable. Hopefully you enjoyed the experience. Maybe someday you'll play another one of my games if I'm able to release another one. Thanks again, Arabis. I like this game. Shout out to you. You did a good job. I was creeped out. I didn't have to look for too much stuff. It wasn't a treasure hunt trying to play your game. It was simple, still scary, and it had a great message. Good job. Make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe, share button. Check out the links down below. Check me out on Twitch. We play these games live. Game Changer 101. We go.
Plays on plays on plays, plays on plays on plays. Got my jack jumping all day, jack jumping all day.
Never sold no dope, but can show you where the zip's at. Bitch, hop in the whip. Them niggas making plays on the strip. I can't go with it without hearing some lip. Man, these niggas